want to understand what Cyberstorm 1 was like. I'm thinking this is back in 2006. So this is going back to the first Cyberstorm, but there's a lot of really good lessons we learned from that. Watch the movie Die Hard 4 with Bruce Willis. It's called Live Free and Die Hard, where all the power goes out and bombs are going off, and it's scary stuff. So we had a situation where the first day of this exercise, it was probably over the top, and most cyber exercises today wouldn't start this way, but they had bombs going off, kind of like 9/11 again. They blew up our data center. They blew up big parts of government. They hacked other parts of government, and all of our services were down for 2 days. And it was very, very intense. And we were like getting beat up. We were like humbled. Our team was just like, we were like done. I mean, we were really kind of overwhelmed. By Thursday afternoon, though, this is the part I want to tell you about. By Thursday afternoon, we were told there's one more thing you have to do in this exercise to train your team. And we said, okay, what is that? They said, we have to get our Bull mainframe, Bull, B-U-L-L, Bull mainframe, which was, I don't know if they were even in business anymore, but back then they were a big mainframe shop. We need to get it back online so that we can pay the employees, because all of our services are down and we need to get a Bull mainframe. But our two Bull mainframes, our main mainframe and our backup, were gone. One was blown up, the other one was hacked and unusable. So we had to get a new one. So they said to us, we need you to contact Bull headquarters in Paris, in France, and get a Bull mainframe as soon as.
Any thoughts on how to make it very effective so that some real stuff come out of it? So our goal had been not just to kind of be mentally prepared, but also to create those responses and to create those templates so that out of that exercise we have some real readiness, apart from the kind of preparedness from the kind of thinking perspective, etc., but get all these things written down. So what's your thought on that in terms of doing it as a single exercise or breaking it down?
Yeah, most of the times I've seen it done. Again, most of I have been a part of a couple in the private sector. I've been part of more in government and statewide. Like, what if we had a health emergency? We actually, quite frankly, did a bunch of exercises around pandemic prior to COVID, and being prepared. And obviously, there's all kinds of people that need to be involved in that. Even now, there's scenario-based things about what's going to happen with vaccines and all kinds of things related that aren't specifically cyber related. So one of the things that I've seen, I just want to mention a real life story that's like with ransomware that kind of put some meat to this. We had I'm not going to name the name of the company. We had an organization here, not government. It was a nonprofit in Michigan that was faced with ransomware attack. And it was like let's just say, I'm not going to give you too many details, but the story makes sense as I go through this. Like, it was about a $5 million request. They had encrypted all their data. They had no access to anything. Their backups were encrypted. They had not done a good job of separating their backups, and they hadn't done a good job. A lot of people have backups, but they don't test the backups. And so the bad actors get in and they actually encrypted the backups as well. So they were kind of, up a creek. They didn't want to pay. They didn't want to pay. They had cyber insurance, and in the U.S., the cyber insurance company said, look, they came in, it's your decision. It's always the company's decision, but we know these people and we're going to negotiate it down to 1.2 million. We know we can get these guys down from 5 to 1.2. So they already, like, the cyber insurance company had the playbook, right? So we're going to negotiate this down to 1.2 million. And oh, by the way, if you don't do that, we're only going to give you, even though the cyber insurance policy was actually for 5 million, we're only going to give you 1.2 million, and we think it's going to cost you like 8 million to restore all your systems and everything you have to do. So they almost felt like, and again, I'm not saying this is always true with cyber insurance, they almost felt like they had to pay, they had to go with what the cyber insurance company wanted.